next. The Heat taking on the Bulls. For Miami, gaining momentum as we reach the halfway point. Tonight, another chance to put the league on notice. They are on the move. Bulls, Heat, coming up next. Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan along with Tim Legler and Greg Anthony. And our reporter on the sideline tonight, Allie LaForce. A moment now to check out some numbers for Tyler Herro.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Buzelis out there with Green. Then it's Trey Jones. And it's Vucevic. And it's White in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Heat, the post tandem, Adebayo and Ware. Ring pairing will be Herro and Jaquez Jr. And it's Mitchell in at point guard. Now that we have over half of this season completed, Greg, what are you most interested in seeing moving forward?
I'm looking at which teams are going to make that playoff push, right? And which teams are content with slipping into the lottery. A lot will be determined over the next few weeks.
Jones looking for an opening. And here is Green. Vucevic is screen on Adebayo. Got a hand on it. Herro with it. He's picked up by White. Herro against White. And a wide open look for Herro. Nice jump shot from the top of the key.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
Back to Jones. To the middle. Jaquez with the steal. And out of bounds. The Bulls will take it. Here's Jones. MP outside. Miami grabs the miss. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
Yep, it counts.
Despite his youth, MP showing grown man strength.
The Heat have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. We've seen the Heat struggle in close games in the fourth quarter, Tim. Why is that?
I don't think, Kevin, they've got a lot of natural shot makers in those situations. Just not enough instinctive scorers. A lot of players feel the pressure of those big shots down the stretch.
I always felt that you wanted the ball in those big moments.
Well, a shooter never says no to the basketball in any situation.
Now, Green, following the three-point attempt by Bam Adebayo.
And smooth dish from MP. That's talent and teamwork.
Outside, Adebayo. Back to Herro. Adebayo with the screen on White. There's Herro with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Herro's got 5 points so far.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand. Really tough quarter for him shooting the basketball.
Here's Jaquez. And it's MP with the rebound. Bulls trail by 4. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Green. And out of bounds as the Heat gain possession. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. Number 1, the Bulls.
And they've just been on a defensive tear. I mean, allowing so few points. And really, I think it's the energy with which they play.
Here's Jaquez. A three-pointer off the mark. Jaquez has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Green with the ball. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
That's just a great possession. MP scoring in the paint.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. Outside, Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. Here's Hakeem. And again, it's the Heat missing.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo. An athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots.
And the Heat with some changes. Nikola Jovic is checked in for Adebayo. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. Now, here's MP. He carries a very heavy load for him offensively, averaging nearly 32 points a game. Vucevic with the bucket.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Westbrook passes to Mitchell. Here's Ware. Vucevic defending. Pass to Hero. Three-pointer. Miami no good on that time either.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also
play. Just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. In the post, it's Jovic and Adebayo. Terry Rozier is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Fontecchio in at the 3. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Into the lane. That's good, and the Heat lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Dosunmu.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Miami's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Rozier for 3. Collins grabs the miss. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep here in the second. Right to the rack, it's MP.
It's a nice take by MP. Those legs have a lot of life.
The Heat have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Fontecchio, headed by Green. 6 to shoot. Back to Adebayo. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And Adebayo is hard to knock off course because of that upper body strength.
What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Miami?
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And another thing they've done consistently well is attack the paint. They have stayed aggressive under the hoop and gotten high percentage looks.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
That is just beautiful ball movement, unselfish basketball.
And finished off by Collins.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Yeah, not only does he create the space he needs, but then he attacks downhill.
Here's Adebayo. It's not going to go for him.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's the bucket from MP.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
For Miami, they've gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. There's Hero with the 3. Rebound by the Bulls. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
Yeah, and in that one, they were aggressive, but also efficient. The exact balance you're looking to achieve.
It really showed you how together they were as a team, playing for one another.
Jones, no luck. For Chicago, they won their last contest that game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Westbrook finds Adebayo. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Back to Hero. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish. Here's MP. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And legs from going undrafted to becoming a three-point contest champion, you had to fight for your place in the NBA.
Well, Kevin, that's an understatement. Yes, undrafted in '88. I played in just about every league imaginable, including a year in France. Had a bunch of 10-day contracts early on, but I didn't get my first full-time NBA contract until 1993 with the Dallas Mavericks.
Well, your perseverance and tenacity definitely paid off.
Certainly didn't take no for an answer, I can tell you that.
A quiet but confident player. MP is one of those guys that lets his play do the talking most of the time.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, MP in the last matchup against the Pacers was simply terrific. He had 46 points and hit a high percentage from the floor and from the line. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
Great stuff, Allie. We thank you. Greg, how impressive was it watching him completely take over?
Unstoppable. They won that game because of his effort and just his overall relentlessness.
Well, he really lit it up. Maybe we'll see a repeat performance tonight.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Hawkins.
Such a smart move by MP with the shot fake. Once he had the defender in the air, the rest was easy.
Russell Westbrook's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Hawkins outside. Pass to Westbrook. Fires the three. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Shot clock at 6. Green with a screen for Jones. 18 feet out. MP, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shot's good by Hero.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Jones kicks to MP. Vucevic's screen on Westbrook. Green dishes to Vucevic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And for a big man, Vucevic is pretty efficient at the line. Really has a complete game.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You'll love to see it.
Westbrook and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on MP.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line. And one thing about Westbrook, he does not have a quiet presence. You know he's out there at every moment, and his production speaks volumes.
MP, no good.
He was bothered just enough to miss that shot. That's good work by the defense.
Again, the miss by the Heat.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
Here comes MP, and MP throws it down.
What an incredible game so far for MP. He's showing no signs of slowing down.
Shot's good by Hero.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, MP. 17 points in the game. Down low, here's Bruce Ellis. Here's Green. MP rattling the rim.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
And now this offense feels like they can just do whatever they want.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. Right back after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Draws, please. They're thinking about the shot. One more time. A round of applause for our contestants.
Thanks for joining us. Through the first half, there is still some work to do for the Miami Heat.
I've seen more stops in All-Star games. What do they call it, guys? Oh, yeah, Matador defense. They're just letting scorers go by.
Ole, ole, ole. Okay, fellas, now a look at the sharpshooters lining up for the three-point contest.
Man, this is a crazy list. Plenty of familiar names on it here, but a couple of outliers too. I love to root for the underdogs.
Not many outliers have won this event, but it's possible. Anybody can get hot. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Well, and I expect they're going to continue to lean on him as we continue in this game. Why not? The way he's playing right now offensively.
Chicago leading by 6. Taking a look at the Bulls. They've got Jones. Green is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Kobe White, and it's Vucevic in at the 5 spot.
Wow, MP just explodes off the floor. What an athlete.
Now, here's Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. Outside, Adebayo. Pass to Ware for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one. And after playing most of his career at the center spot, Greg, do you like Bam Adebayo playing power forward?
Oh, it's great. At 6'9", I felt like he was always undersized at the pivot, making up for it with his strength and toughness, but he has the mobility and the skill to play the 4 without question.
And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star. Well, you know, in addition to his scoring ability, Bam has shown you he's just an all-around threat. He'll rebound, defend, and make plays for other guys.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down to 3 on the bucket from Ware.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Green with a screen on Hero. White with it, and Jaquez picks him up defensively. Here's MP. Inside, MP gets it.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Mitchell outside. Hero sends the pick for Mitchell. Lets the 3 fly. Vucevic with the rebound. Vucevic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Out to White. Unloads from 13. And it's Miami with the rebound. Jaquez outside. Mitchell outside. Pass to Adebayo. Clock at 6. Good, and the assist goes to Mitchell. 11 points for Bam Adebayo.
I like watching Adebayo operate inside. He is so efficient down low.
Here's Jones, and Ware pulls it down. The Heat trail by 3. And here is Mitchell. Still yet to score. Over in the corner, Hero. And it's all evened up.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Bulls have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Fires for 3. And so it looks like the Bulls will retain possession here. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. We'll take a look at the Bulls. The season well underway, and they've been solid in third right now. And checking out Miami, they have a lot of ground to make up. On defense, Miami. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Vucevic is screen on Hakeem. And it's Vucevic missing. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. Mitchell outside. Jaquez the pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. And it's blocked.
Making good use of his length, Buzelis able to track down the block that time.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Hey guys, Bam Adebayo is big time. Coach Eric Spoelstra said, quote, "The way he's worked over the years to add to his game has been incredible. He's one of the best passers on the team, and he's not afraid to take the shot in a big moment. He cares deeply about improving, and you see it in the results of his work." Back to you.
High praise indeed. Allie, we thank you very much. Adebayo with this screen on White. Hero passes to Adebayo. The layup missed. Bulls leading by 3. Right through contact, MP.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Mitchell is double. Jaquez the pass to Hero. It's stolen by Green. In transition, here come the Bulls. Here's Buzelis, and then Buzelis with the dunk.
The quick hands of MP creating the break there with the steal.
For Miami, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Nikola Jovic has checked in for Khalil Ware. Fontecchio's coming in for Bam Adebayo. Rozier, he's checked in for Jaime Jaquez. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Davion Mitchell. Then for the Bulls, Williams comes in for Buzelis. And Allen subbed in for Kobe White. And Greg, you were a point guard. How has that position evolved over the years?
Well, if you think of how much more of the court that has to be covered in the style, you have to score more now to play the position. I think shooting becomes incredibly important. And then defensively, with all the switching, you got to be able to hold up against size and play all over the floor.
Green kicks to Vucevic. Williams passes to MP, and Green slams it in.
He's been carrying the load on offense in this one, and he might as well keep looking for his shot the way he's been going.
Pass to Jovic. Here's Westbrook. The kick out to Rozier. The tray. Rebound by Williams.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
So Rozier will bring it up for the Heat. Fires from deep. He's off on that one. The Bulls leading by 7. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Jones. Pass to Allen. And here is MP. 5 to shoot. And he banks in the layup. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for the Bulls.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
There's Hero with the 3. And so it's MP making things happen for Chicago. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. Back right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes check in. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new grouping. Vucevic, he's checked in for Zach Collins. Buzelis comes in for Patrick Williams. MP's checked in for Dosunmu. And Jones subbed in for Grayson Allen. Hero is the point, and Rozier on the wing. Bam Adebayo is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Jovic in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Miami. Rozier with this screen for Hero. To the paint. That is good. And the Bulls lead is cut down to 12 points on that basket from Rozier.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Jones dishes to Green. Going inside, and the dunk by MP.
Well, life is good when you have someone as young as MP showing that much poise running pick and roll.
MP against Westbrook, outside Hero. Back to Westbrook, beyond the arc. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got his 6th rebound on the night.
Yeah, MP was not going to waste that opportunity, showing everybody what he's capable of off the dribble.
White against Rozier. Here's Hero. Adebayo with this screen on Jones. Trying again, and he lays that one in.
And it's still a close game. I mean, despite the fact that they've struggled to compete on the board.
Now MP. And the layup is off. Rozier. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball. Foul.
Vucevic outside. Here's MP. Picked by Vucevic. Westbrook rips down the rebound. The Heat trail by 14. Adebayo outside. 1:52 left in the 4th. Now Westbrook. Plays it in off the window.
Yeah, not a perfectly set screen there, but got him just enough room to get that shot off.
The Heat making a switch here.
For your Miami Heat dancers.
1:39 left in the 4th quarter of this one. Green. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure.
Oh, great job moving the rock by Hero. Not a ball stopper. Tyler is a team player.
MP keeping his balance right there.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, with each bucket, he denies any thought of a comeback. And I like the fact they didn't settle there. They worked for a higher percentage shot.
It's tipped.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
And it may be a comfortable win for him, but, you know, they had to weather a few storms along the way, and that's all part of the story.
Yeah, Kevin, this was by no means the runaway that it might appear to be. It was a scrappy performance, though, all the way through.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year. And, you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, Just a monster game for MP.
Well, he had a lot of success making plays for his team and breaking down the defense.
Mitchell! He's off from 3. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. At one point, they led by 16. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Vucevic a screen on Hakeem. That one drops.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching, folks. We'll see you next time.